Alright, hello Miss Menting. This here is my final product as my chair, as you can see. Below, or further in the evaluation, you'll see surveys of what people thought about it. As you can see, it's a straight, stable chair with bright, appealing texture and shiny cloth, shiny varnishing. And now I'll be testing it to see how tough this chair really is, and if it can support a lot of weight, be fireproof. But if it's how it will burn. I got a safety extinguisher outside just in case, and a knife to see if it's like if it can sustain being around children, if it can sustain scratches and so on. And so first we'll start off with me dropping it from around my chest, which is, and I'm around 170. So this here would probably be around 155 meters, 1.55 meters. So I'll be dropping it this length because I think since the chair is still very small, if it was to be enlarged, it would sustain that much of a height if the height was also enlarged. So this would be a appropriate height for the size of the chair as it is now. So let's give it a go. Okay, so the chair, the legs fell off, as we can see down here. They're falling off completely. So I think I made a mistake by hot gluing them on instead of making, as I originally intended to make holes here and put a little pieces of rods and connect them to the bottom of my chair, but that didn't work out. Because this part of the chair was too thin and the rod wouldn't be able to go in to fit in properly. So I decided to give it a hot glue, also because it would be much faster and I wasn't very far with my chair, so I needed to get a move on. But that didn't turn out to be good because when I hot glued it, it's probably not very stable, and that was actually the purpose of this chair. So it doesn't look as stable. It's not as stable as it looks because of the thick chair. But the top of the chair is still fine, it's still perfect. We can move it around, it goes like this. We can bend it, and it's fine. The armrests are also pretty stable on here. They won't move very much. If the chair was enlarged, they wouldn't move very much because now I'm putting quite a lot of pressure. The cloth. It's pretty glued on there. It's not coming off, and this is a good thing because when you have children around, or if the chair needs to last a long time, it will need sustainable cloth, and it seems like it's staying on there pretty well. I know for a fact that the cloth is not fireproof because it just looks obvious, but since the wood's got a varnishing layer, let's give it a shot because it might be useful in case of a fire, so at least you still have the frame of the wood and not the cloth. So we can give it a go here on the edge. So as you can see, the varnish is starting to bubble up. Maybe you can't see that here on the video, but it's starting to bubble up. And the wood is actually starting to catch fire a bit. There you go, it's starting to smoke off now. So I would not say that it's very fireproof. It wouldn't sustain very much fire for a long time. But if a flame was to be put on it for a bit, no damage would happen. The damage starts probably happening around after 15 seconds. So it's not a very big deal. And so I think I could have done better at making the chair more sustainable, more durable by using different materials like nails instead of hot glue all the time. But my customers liked the way the chair looked, of its rustic style. As you can see here, the back I maybe chose a piece of wood that's not very clean, not very nice looking at the back with some holes in it. I couldn't find anything better, but if this chair was real, I'd make sure that the wood is proper and no scratches, no holes in it either. So now let's give it a shot to see if it scratches, if children around. I believe it would. I'm not even gonna try with the cloth because the cloth will tear right apart. Maybe the frame of the wood will sustain the scratches. So as you can see now, this is how it looks. So it's actually not very noticeable when we do it. You can only see these few scratches here, and down here barely any. The varnishing coating gives it a nice protected layer, and that proves that it could be around children, because children won't obviously grab a knife and start ripping your chair. But just in case that happens, you'll have a reliable chair to have trusted on. And now let's give it another test drop to see how stable the second part will be. I'll be dropping it from my head this time, so 1.70 meters up, and to see if it will break from this, because now the legs aren't there. So let's see if this structure is just stable enough by itself. You can see down here, nothing has happened really. The chair is still stable, so the frame, we can tell that the frame is stable. As you can see here, since I've connected it with the two rods right in the middle, this doesn't come apart very easily, and that's exactly what I should have done with the legs as well. Unfortunately, didn't have the time, but I'll know for next time. And to talk about what my customers liked about the chair is its red bright color, of course, very attractive. It's rustic style, bright, shiny varnish. As you can see, didn't spend very much time on that. Could have done it better. But what they also didn't like was this hot glue. You see the mess I've made here? Like I didn't glue these on very properly here. I wasn't very careful with the glue gun, and that might be a bit messy. People might not find that very attractive. But since I didn't have very much time to build this chair, I think I could do better next time. But the people loved the rustic style, but see, as I made these curves right here on the side, they were kind of useless because now the chair is straight, not very curvy, so that just spent a lot of time making the curves. But the chair is very thin, it's not very heavy, and I think people think it would be a good chair for their house and a good chair to have anywhere around. And so that was basically it. It's basically my chair that I worked on, that I built, and yeah, a few ups and downs. Hope you liked it.